Hello all. This is just a quick video for why, if you're a beginner grower of Cephalotus, that you don't want to get plants out of tissue culture. Because for one, they're difficult to acclimate to the outside environment, outside of the test tubes and flasks and petri dishes that they were created in. And two, even under the best conditions, it takes a very long time for them to grow. In the examples I'm going to show you, these are tissue culture plants I purchased off a online seller. You'll have a example here of a Czech and German hybrid and a typical form. So first in front of you is a Czech and German hybrid.
All right, so here's the plant. First, I'm going to remove all of the sphagnum. Careful not to damage any roots. And if some of the sphagnum don't want to come off, chances are it's because the roots are hanging on to it. So that's all we'll do with this one. Let's take a look at this one. Same thing. Okay. I suspect these plants came from tissue culture. Let's see. Okay. So that's two. And then on the third one, let me see if you guys can see. Okay, that's number three. And here's number four. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's four. Okay, looks like there's a little bonus. Five.
Now, for this plant in front of you, it's grown quite a bit, fortunately. It is now about 2 inches in diameter. And you do see some adult picture-ish that's developing. So this is one plant that did well. And now let me show you a different plant. Here's the same plant from the seller. I purchased a few of them at the same time. As you can see, all we have here are juvenile pictures. And by comparison to what I received initially, there hasn't been that much of a change. Yes, it's grown. However, there's very little sign that it is it should be growing better than it should be doing right now. And this is disappointing because if you're a first-time Cephalotus grower, there is nothing more disappointing than thinking it's the method that you're growing the plant in that is causing you failures, when in fact it is the material that you're getting. And let me just show you one more plant of the Czech and German. And here you go. As you can see again, no real difference. This one did produce a little pup, which was unusual because normally they do not do runners or stolons at this young age. But again, everything you see here are juvenile pictures and a few picture leaves, but that's about it. Again, this plant is about 1.5 inches, and today is November 26, 2025. I believe I got this plant approximately a year ago, and there you have it. So now that we've cleaned everything up and I removed all the soil from the other container, and I realized in the other container it is just one plant, as you can see over here, and it has multiple growing points. So let me just just turn it a little bit here. For the other one, I have 3 separate planets, as you can see over here. And here we go, same thing, all juvenile pictures, and it's almost been a year. Maybe it has been a year. So if you are going to purchase Cephalotus and this is your first time growing this plant, I recommend paying a little bit more, buying plants that are established, that show are growing adult pictures, and just make sure that the grower are not just in it for the money, that you're dealing with growers who started out as hobbyists who became retailers. And unfortunately there is not that many of them out there. So just be wary of who you're buying from, what they're doing with the plant, and if what they're charging is worth the price. If you have any questions, feel free to post it into the comments and I will be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you for watching and have a great day.